On this episode of Picker Road, we are back at King Richard Antique Mall in Whittier, California for part 2. I got my best friend Tyler here. We're finding treasure. We had an amazing first part, and there's a whole bunch more to explore here. So come on, join the journey.
I'm Harleen, and along with my husband Gary and our son Will, we are a family of pickers. We travel the world finding treasures to bring to you. Along the way, we have great adventures. Come along with us. Join the journey on Picker Road. So, as you may recall from our last episode, hopefully you watched it. If not, go back and look. But we found this great lucite hand in the mod booth, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I didn't grab it at the time, but I sent Gary back to get it. I just love it. It's so great. And I've had a really hard time finding any kind of these figural hands. So definitely I want to pick that up. And now here in this booth, I just found this folk art cat.
Look at that tail.
Is that too funny or what?
That's great.
I love it. Okay, in the cart, both of them.
All right, are we heading downstairs?
We're heading downstairs. Let's follow Tyler. He knows the way.
I feel like we're off to see the wizard.
Really?
The wonderful wizard.
Look at those sculptures there. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness, this place is like huge.
Oh, it's a whole nother mall. Goodness. This section is very Gothic looking.
I think we're going into Italy.
It looks like it.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
It's called the Bly Roo Emporium.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Really a lot to look at.
It's like we're in Firenze.
It does.
Look at how ornate that is.
She's beautiful.
The Madonna and Child.
Mm-hmm. Now, okay, do you see that brass plaque?
Very similar to the one you just got in Germany.
In Germany. And that's why I picked it up. Actually, it was at
Germany.
The little
antique mall in Munich.
Exactly. It was so fantastic. So, it's really interesting. I kind of had a vision on that, so I feel kind of...
I've got to say, if the camera jerked just then, I was startled because I thought that was an actual person there.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm back in Catholic school. So is that D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers?
Looks like it might be.
I like these old books up here.
The books are 2 for $10.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to find a Wizard of Oz up there.
Right? You see Herbert Hoover's biography there.
Do you?
Yeah. That's kind of Tyler's field.
That's true. Look at these glasses here with these stems.
Oh, yes.
They're very nice. And they're only $35 for the set of 6.
Wow.
I think that's really good price, actually. Isn't that a famous print?
It's not quite. At the end of the trail is what you're thinking of, and it's similar to it, but it's not the same.
Oh, you are so correct.
And then look at this. That's not supposed to be the spruce goose.
Is it? What
Oh,
does
no,
it
it's the
say?
PanAm Clipper.
Oh, that's so great.
It's missing all of its propellers, though.
That's what's wrong. I was wondering why it was only $15.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Let's see what else is here. Ooh, look at this paperweight. That's $20 with the fish in it. Actually, we have a fish paperweight that we got in Austria right now on pickerroad.com. Oh, and look at these. How much are they? Oh, I love these.
Are those stirrers?
Yeah, they are, but look at them. They're 4 white doves.
Oh.
I love those.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
Oh, my goodness. And look at these. These are sunflowers.
Oh, wow.
Aren't those great?
Those are.
Yes. We have to get these. Now I'm going to check them real quick and make sure they are absolutely perfect. But as long as they're perfect, we are so getting these.
More antiques.
There is always more.
What are you seeing?
I'm looking in this booth here. I just want to take a look and see what they have in here.
Show me, show me, show me.
All right. copper tea kettle in there. So much to look at. I want to point everything out to you guys. That looks like Fiesta.
Absolutely.
All Fiesta wear here.
Fiesta forever. Oh my goodness.
What? What do you
These
see?
are the old VHS tapes of Star Trek Voyager. I had so many of these.
My goodness. Those bring back memories from when you were little.
They do. It's hard to believe that show is coming up on its 30th anniversary this year.
It doesn't sound right. What does this say here? Oh,
The jeweled box.
Jewel box. And it's got little coasters in it?
Are those maybe jewelry dishes?
I don't know.
Is that a flower frog there?
It is. Let's see how much that is. That is $12. Little
there's
chip.
the chip. They're so easy to be chipped.
Oh, look at this bird. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
That is.
Oh, I just love.
Now that bell you're hearing is to notify that somebody needs to get into a case.
It's $30 though, so that's a little spendy on that particular piece, but I do love it. This booth has a lot of vintage pieces. Look at the size of this vase.
Oh my goodness.
That is tall.
That's like 2 feet tall?
It's pretty tall. I think you're right.
I like this Minuteman here. He's $25.
And doesn't he look like he's 60s? Like he should be on wood paneling
Right.
in, the rec room.
Look at the cloche of owls.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that one owl looks so familiar. Did we sell him?
I think we might have in the past.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. Oh, I see the Partridge Family down there.
I think I love you.
What else do we have here?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that monkey.
Where do you see a monkey?
Right there.
Ooh, he's kind of
How much is he?
interesting.
15?
Oh, it's light.
Oh, is it composite?
It's like a composite monkey.
Huh.
Or wood. It's carved. I
Hmm.
thought it was much older though. And you have some carnival glass right there.
Yes, indeed.
And this bird on wood.
Ah.
Beautiful bird. Beautifully carved. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. How much is that?
And I'm just seeing what it's saying about it. It is a vintage hand-carved sandpiper bird on wood art. That's kind of beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might get that. I really like that.
All right, trivia question.
Yes.
One of my favorite sitcoms of the 90s. Which television show featured a airline called Sandpiper Air? Leave it in the comments.
I know.
Oh, you should know. You went to tapings of it. You knew the cast.
Very much so. Ooh, I see a vase back here.
You want me to reach in for there?
Oh, wait a minute. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
I just saw the sandpiper has a boo-boo.
Oh, no.
Aw, I'm going to have to leave you.
So sorry, Sandpiper.
Sorry.
How about that vase? What were you seeing?
No, back here. I'll bring it out because I know your camera can't pick it up. Look at that.
Oh, my.
Oh, it's got a chip.
And there's the chip.
That is a mid-century glazed ceramic. I didn't know if it possibly was a Potosi. I would be very interested in it if it didn't have that chip.
Darn.
All right. Well, at least I saw the little boo-boo on the sandpiper's beak before we got it all the way home.
Well, shall we move on?
Yes. That is a large planter.
Double bubble boil and trouble.
And the Beatles.
I know, these are so great.
And you've got one of those. What is the name of those chairs?
I'm not sure, actually. Leave it in the chat. Let us know.
Those swinging chairs that are like from the 60s.
You know what I think is the coolest thing in here, though?
The Coca-Cola.
Well, that's cold. Cool, though.
Uh-huh.
Look up here.
What is it?
Bird's eye view of Santa Barbara
No.
from 1877.
Oh, it's $500.
I know, but that is so cool. Now look all the way in the distance there. You see Santa Barbara Mission.
Uh-huh.
And there are still landmarks that exist to this day from 1877.
Well, Stearns Wharf.
And then, yep, I was getting to that. Stearns Wharf right there with steamships coming in on that.
Oh, boy.
That is so cool.
If we had someplace to hang that, I would make an offer on it.
Now this empty hill up here is what's now known as TV Hill because the TV station is up there with their big broadcast antenna.
For sure.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Our beloved Santa Barbara.
This is a very cool booth in here. They've got some Patrick Nagels. Now, a few years before we started the channel, I had a signed Nagel. He was a prolific artist in the 1980s, and he did a lot of cover art for bands like Duran Duran. And I made a lot of money on that flip.
You did.
And then I really like this. I'm coming over here. Look at this. You ready?
Oh, I see what you're going for.
This is a international poster of The African Queen, one of my favorite films from the 50s, starring Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. If you've never had a chance, read Katharine Hepburn's book about the making of this movie. It's a very short read. It's only about 150 pages, but it's so funny. And it's, if I remember correctly, it's called How I Went to Africa with Bogey and Nearly Lost My Mind. Lastly, Lowenbrau.
Oh.
The actual brewery that we were at just a few weeks ago in Munich. Isn't that crazy?
It is. So many fun things in here. I don't know where to look first. This shelving unit up here, how old does that look?
That's so cool with that tile in the center.
And what are those? They look like crowns.
I know.
What are those?
Those are individually priced, so I think they're just up there on the shelf.
How much is this shelf? You know, actually looking at it, I think it is newer, but it's arts and crafts looking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this carved tray. The flowers carved into it.
Yes, indeed.
That's $80. It's Japanese wood. Beautiful. They're actually calling it a plate rather than a tray.
I'm so curious. I'm going to reach up here and find out. Let's see.
What is that?
It says hand-carved wooden Indian temple pagoda finials.
Oh, they're look, they're finials. Oh, wow. Beautifully hand-carved.
Yes, indeed.
Nice wood. Boy, $25 a piece. That's probably cheaper than Restoration Hardware. So what a nice thing. If you're doing some architectural restructuring, how beautiful would that be?
Or even on a bed, too.
I know. Look at these. I like these. They are, of course, Art Nouveau candlesticks. Those are quite something, aren't they? Those are old. Oof, I like those. There's the other one.
Oh, is it 80 for both of them?
I
or
believe
a piece?
so. It says
Set of two.
Set of two.
Wow.
Those are really something. Those are amazing. It's like the tulip design and the Art Nouveau decoration on those.
It's one of my favorite design periods.
Really, me too. I think those are really, really amazing.
Bzzz.
Okay. A high voltage. Is this real?
I think this is, well, I don't think it's real, but it's an electric chair.
You don't think it was real?
What does it say here? It
I'm
says
trying to look.
Movie prop electric chair, $2,500.
Movie prop. Okay. Phew. Makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
What do you see?
I remember Masterpiece. I played that when I was a kid.
Oh, that's so fun.
The art auction game.
Oh, that is so much fun.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love vintage board games. That is so cool. What other ones do they have? Look at all the money and everything.
Yeah.
What other ones
really.
do they have under it?
Okay, so they have Masterpiece.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh from Parker Brothers. And
The Fireside Detective, a thriller game.
Woohoo.
Wow.
My
okay, there's
goodness.
some fun stuff in here. Let's check this out.
All right.
Hello, my little chickadee.
Where do you see that?
Find it.
Oh.
Oh, W.C. Fields. Gary found one. Let's see what's in here first of all.
There's a brownie camera in there. What are you seeing?
I'm looking at the little figurines down here.
Oh, wow. There's
All
a
right.
lot in here. Let's keep exploring.
Okay. Look at this. This is a Sierra set like Mother's. So for little girls,
Aww.
you'd have your own little a dish set.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see
Come
what.
around here. Look at this.
What do you see?
Look at this old Disneyland
Oh.
tabletop pinball machine.
Oh, let's identify it. Okay. You tell me the name of it.
That is that's the Dixie Belle.
Okay, what's that?
That's Primeval World, which was part of the 1964 World's Fair. And if you ride the train around the park, you can see it.
And what's that?
That's the People Mover, which is no longer in Tomorrowland. That's the Jungle Cruise, of course. The pirate ship, which is the Columbia. That's Town Hall,
Main
Street.
Street.
There's the castle with the fireworks going off. Of course, the castle was inspired by Neuschwanstein and Dumbo in Fantasyland.
Oh, that's so fun.
I would guess, judging by those photos, I would say that's early to mid 1970s. And that is so cool.
Look at that. I'm trying to see if there's a date on it.
They are asking $65 for it. That's a treasure.
It is. Look at a little llama bottle opener.
Dear, be a llama and open my bottle.
I like the birds on the cover. That's why I'm looking at it. What is this? It's an Audubon book, right?
Probably.
American Birds in Color.
Ooh,
look at that.
he's a hoot.
Well, they're not all in color. There's some. Look how photography has changed.
I know, right?
You know, there's the slight blur there because probably it was very hard to capture that. But they did a good job for the day. How much is that? Not marked. Maybe it's just a prop.
Is it signed?
It's signed, 1953.
Huh.
Nice. We have an ashtray and Judy Garland.
Judy Garland hanging there. You know what I just saw the other day?
What?
That in the year 2024, Judy Garland registered 6 million individual plays on Apple Music. And that just is very, warms my heart.
It does.
What are you seeing?
That statue up there, that woman.
Yes.
Can you see a price on it?
Let me zoom in on that and I'll tell you. It is loading. It is $35.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
There's a Joker there.
This lamp.
That's really something.
Very, very 60s, 70s maybe.
Are we discovering antiques?
We're discovering a lot.
Look at that
I like
bear.
this bear. He's fun. Let me see if I can pick him up. He's 65. He's just a ceramic glazed bear. I think he's probably a newer piece, which is fine.
Look at the clarinet there. I've got one that I got at a sale recently. I'm in the process of cleaning up, and I will be listing that at some point.
And we have a art glass clown.
Wow.
A big fish. And what is this? Oh, that is an easel. Look at that.
That's something.
That is something. They want $25 for that cherub easel. Looks like it's got some age on it, doesn't it?
It does.
I kind of like that.
How much is it?
It's $25.
Wow.
I'm trying to see, bend it back like that, but you'd need a pretty thin piece in there. You know what I mean?
Maybe something on wood.
Wood or maybe a photo.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty cool, isn't it?
It is.
I think I might pick that up.
Very
I really
nice.
like it.
Is that treasure craft?
I'm looking now. That looks like it's the colors of Treasure Craft. What does it say? Look at all the stamps in this booth have a clown on them.
That's great.
It says small vintage duck containers. All it
Flip
says.
it over. Let's see. California original. You know, I'm going to give that a quick Google look up and just see.
See, they want $35 for it.
All right, I tried to look it up, and it looks like they are right on the money on that, so I'm going to pass on it. But you found that beautiful piece there. I think we should move on.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Tyler, presidential history is kind of your field.
Yeah. I found my booth. Yeah.
Show me.
Okay, so starting at the top here, this is so cool because I'm surprised that this kind of left the family. This is a presidential appointment.
That's something.
So it's from the Reagan administration, and it's appointing that gentleman there to the Kennedy Center Board.
Wow.
Or the advisory committee for the Kennedy Center Board, which is a presidential appointed board.
Yeah.
And so it looks like it's signed by Ronald Reagan.
And George Shultz,
and
the Secretary of State.
Yeah. It's fairly faded. The seal is faded, but it's still pretty darn cool. I mean, it was appointed in 1982, so this thing is over 40 years old. But
honestly, I'm
very cool.
surprised they're asking $300 for that. That seems very low.
Well, I think it's because it's personalized.
Right.
But it is very cool. Coming down here, this is a really cool display here. So this looks like we've got 3 presidential signatures here. One is personalized. So we've got to Ernest and Tony, maybe? And signed by Jerry Ford. We got Richard Nixon here, Jimmy Carter. Reynolds is not signed. Reagan's isn't.
Interesting.
But, I'm interested to see if this one's real or if this one's secretarial or auto pen.
You have
But
several real Carters in your collection.
I do. I have Rosalind Carter, thanks to you. And I have a couple of Jimmy Carters, thanks to my father. But yeah, these are really, really cool. If you come over to, here's the big case over here.
Oh my goodness.
So what we have here is, yeah, I went ahead while you guys were upstairs. So this is a joint resolution. It's a copy of one of the joint resolutions, and it's signed by not only Ronald Reagan, it's signed by Strom Thurmond, who stood in for George Bush, who I guess was not available at the time, but also signed by Tip O'Neill.
Wow. And Reagan and Tip O'Neill's relationship in the 80s is kind of the gold standard of putting friendship above politics.
Mm-hmm. They were buddies.
Yeah.
They would argue all day, and then they'd have whiskey in the Oval Office. Like that's... So we also have... So here's a letter from John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
A very friendly message you sent me after my election to the presidency, with every good wish. Kennedy is notorious for a lot of secretarial signatures. So
Right.
I am not sure about this one. I mean, I would have to get these authenticated if I wanted to purchase them. But this one right here is very cool. This is from Colonel Doolittle.
Oh my goodness. Now, 1980, that would have been much, much later in life for him.
Towards the end of his life, absolutely. But that one's really, really cool. And it has a little model of his plane there.
Wow. Of course, the Doolittle raids were our response to Pearl Harbor.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
So down here, we have a Jimmy Carter. We have a Kennedy plate. And we also have one signed by Norman Rockwell.
Now, that I absolutely love. How much are they asking for that?
So it looks like they're asking $325
That
for
is
Norman Rockwell.
So cool. Norman Rockwell, I think... So it's interesting because he's kind of down right now in value, but I think he will stand the test of time.
Oh, yes. And down at the third level here...
Wow.
So we've got 3 Tafts here. So the political history of the Taft family is quite something. His father was Attorney General. William Howard Taft, of course, was President of the United States and later Chief Justice of the United States. And his son, Robert Taft, was one of the bigwigs in the Republican Party, and he ran for president a couple of times. So looks like it's signed by all 3 of them.
That's really something.
And they're only asking $850 for it.
And of course, Taft, after he was president, went on to become Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, he got that building built, the new Supreme Court building.
Wow.
The one in the middle here, I'm not sure if this is authentic or if it's a reproduction. The one in the middle here is Wilson. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He fights for America, all humanity, the boys of the brave, all the above. It looks like it's a campaign poster.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Or it could be a propaganda poster. I'm not sure.
Right.
And then the one on the right...
This is your field.
That's my buddy right there. That's my man, Harry Truman, right there. And it's a letter he had written to a friend after they had written to him saying they could not attend his inauguration in 1948. Or 1949. But... yeah, this is an incredible set of stuff here.
Now,
this is really cool.
I'm pretty proud to say that for your 30th birthday, I kind of went all out.
You did go all out.
I searched the world for your birthday present, and what I got you was a program from one of Margaret Truman's shows, signed by Harry and Bess Truman.
And Bess Truman. That's just, I was blown away. I was like, no, this is not. Like, and he's like, yeah, this is the real McCoy. This is real. Oh, man.
This is an incredible booth of history, and that's what I love about antiques malls, that you can just explore history for hours and hours.
Good on these folks for collecting all this. Like, this is insane.
This place is amazing.
It's so huge.
It just keeps going and going. This old carriage is just incredible.
If I bought this, I would have to put some fringe on top, though.
Oh, this is the real deal. Look at this piece.
Hold on, ready?
Yeah.
Chicks and geese and Gary's better scurry.
There's Gary holding our treasures. Let's keep going. Let's look down here.
Oh,
I
wow.
saw a lamp over here on the floor, no less.
Look at that.
But the colors, now obviously this isn't a Tiffany, but it's beautiful. And if you don't have an extra $250,000 for a Tiffany, you can sure have the feel of it. Mm-hmm. There's another one up there too that they don't have lit. But it's absolutely a beautiful place. Look at the jukeboxes.
Oh,
Are those
wow.
Wurlitzer?
That is a Wurlitzer jukebox right there.
Holy
Do you have
moly.
a dime I could borrow?
That is really something.
Pop that in
Please
and,
do not handle. We will be glad to assist you.
right? Pop a dime in there and play some Elvis. Well, you know I can be found
That one's a Rockola.
sitting home all alone. What do you have here?
All sorts of treasures. Just more lamps and more jukeboxes. Now look at this one. This looks
This is old.
even older.
What does it say here? This is a Rockola, and it's $3,000.
Boy, if you had the right game room for that, that would be a statement piece to say the least.
Yes,
A lot of
indeed.
Bakelite, isn't it?
And over here, look at these kinds of bronzes. They have statues. There's just so much in this place. I can't imagine. That looks like Niagara Falls. I'm trying to see what it says on there.
It doesn't say.
Not quite, maybe. It's not quite round enough, maybe. But antiques, you've got all sorts of china cabinets and break fronts. You even have an old spinning wheel.
Ah, Rumpelstiltskin. Look at this tiki bar.
Oh, I love it. Wouldn't that
Wow.
be great? Have
Now,
your own tiki bar.
They've got Whittier's history up here. Of course, we are in the city of Whittier.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, we're going to check out a classic cafe that's been here since the 1930s.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, look up here. Look at the lighting and how ornate everything is.
Look at the putti or the cherubs.
Mm-hmm. They have really decorated to the nines, as they say.
Wow. The Way It Was Vintinks is the name here. Very nice.
I think a lot of the items here now, for instance, in this booth, are newer pieces.
Yes, that's why
mixed
they
in.
say Vintiques.
Right. Kind of like, what do you say, a Louis Vuitton? But that, for instance, that's an old chair.
Yes.
It's been recovered.
Look at the hand. Are you
I-
buying?
I'm-
You're buying all the hands.
I keep seeing so many of them, but I think I'm good with what I've already got.
Mm-hmm.
I like the swans.
Oh,
Yeah, those are swans. What does that say on there? Made in Japan.
uh-huh.
Definitely have some age on them.
All right, shall we keep on going?
Yes. Furniture here too. Looks like a lot has been reupholstered.
Mm-hmm.
I like this hutch a lot.
It's a lot of spode on it.
It is an antique Welsh hutch buffet. Isn't that great?
It really is.
Look at the hardware. I wonder if that's original. And you have a rooster pillow in there.
Got plenty of spode here.
Mm-hmm.
And then some hens on nest.
That chair looks quite comfortable.
It
You'd
does.
put that in front of a fireplace, wouldn't you?
That's my reading chair.
Mm-hmm. The size of that hutch. That's enormous. You'd need a really large room for that. I do like that dress form. It looks like that's an original piece. And that's so beautiful. You can, put a beautiful dress on that and maybe just a white dress and then display pins on it.
Yes.
All of your vintage and glitzy, beautiful pins. We found the toy section. I just wanted to show you this, William. Do you recognize that?
I've seen a million photos.
This was my first car. I had a dune buggy when we first moved out here, but that was kind of not considered a car. This was my first car. And it was a Mustang, and I just loved it. I bought it brand new, and my dad and I had so much fun. He would help me with taking care of it and so forth. And now they made a model out of it.
You kind of see why cars are a big part of our life story, and that's why Gary's glow glass goal is so important to us.
Absolutely. He's getting really close.
So this car is the car that Harlene had when we met, and it was just really fun to drive. And when our family started to grow, we outgrew the car.
Yeah, that's fine. Our family was worth it. I found this obscure little area over here, and I'm always drawn to these enamel on copper dishes. And of course, it is an enamel plate with a beautiful bird. Yes, I love it. It's gorgeous.
Okay, Dad, I have to show you this. This is so cool. So these are items from the estate of the one and only James Garner.
Wow.
Now, look at this. So this is one whole lot here from his estate. It is an autograph. It is his personalized poker chips and then 2 decks of monogrammed Tiffany and Company playing cards. They're asking $950 for the lot. Now, I never got the chance to meet James Garner. I'm a huge fan of his, but you did. Talk about that.
Well, I am a huge fan of his as well. And yes, he was a massive talent, a generously nice guy, and well known for it. He actually had a place in Santa Barbara County, just up from Santa Barbara in Santa Ynez. And his property was absolutely massive. It had a private lake, a private race course, a private golf course, a private shooting range. I don't even know how many acres it was, but he lived there for many, many years, was very well known through the Santa Barbara County community, and just a heck of a nice guy. I had an opportunity to meet him, and it was a thrill. He was such a good actor and such a talent and such a nice guy. It was a real pleasure to actually meet him.
This place is so big, it's even got a movie theater. They're playing Grease. I love it.
All right.
Grease is the time, is the place, is the moment. Oh, look at this.
A lot of toys.
You recognize this?
Is that Home Alone? No.
At first,
Dickens.
yeah, but you know what I thought it was?
What?
I thought it was the 3D advent calendar from Christmas Vacation.
Oh, okay. Lots of toys in here.
Uh-huh.
Little painting, little watercolor. Very, very pretty. All sorts of dolls and Barbies and, oh my goodness, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy.
Oh my goodness.
So fun. Anything a collector would want, you could probably find here.
Look at that. Is that supposed to be like a muscle cat?
I don't know. Is that bodybuilder cat?
Don't meow west with me.
Okay, let's keep going.
All right, we have had an amazing day here at King Richard's in Whittier. Look at all these finds for part 2, including everything we got in part 1.
Oh.
What a haul. Are we ready to eat?
I think we are.
After an incredible day at this massive antique mall, we are at Jack's Whittier Restaurant, which has been here since 1933. We are all starving, and we are so excited to have some fun at-home cooking. Whittier is a really fun little town to explore, and we really recommend that you check out King Richard's and then have lunch at this fantastic diner. Look at these pies. You'll see those again in a second. The feel here is just right out of hometown America, like a Norman Rockwell painting, and the menu was delicious. Everything looked fantastic. We got everything from club sandwiches to fresh, hot chicken. Ooh, yum. I went for their classic steak and potatoes, and Tyler got a sandwich as well. And of course, like I said, we all finished with pie. All right, let's recap today's amazing finds. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you always know when an episode premieres. Also, please check out pickerroad.com, where you can purchase many of the fun items we've found on our adventures. And don't forget, you can now support my father Gary on his quest to get a muscle car using nothing but glowy glass. Lastly, please leave a comment. We read all of them and we love interacting with you because we always want you to join the journey.